Very good morning, students. For this lecturing video session, I am going to solve a problem from the chapter 2 of 4th unit, which is development of lateral surfaces. Let me just read out the question and make you understand what is being given and what's to be drawn. A hexagonal prism, edges of base 20 mm and axis 50 mm long, rests with its base on HP such that one of its rectangular faces is parallel to VP. It is cut by a plane perpendicular to VP and inclined at 45 degree to HP and passing through the right corner of the top face of the prism. Draw the sectional top view and develop the lateral surfaces of the truncated prism. So, given data, here the object is a hexagonal prism. Object is a hexagonal prism of side 20 mm, and the axis side 50 mm long, which is nothing but the axis side 50 mm. Rests with its base on HP. See, as far as development of surface is concerned, the object will be always placed on HP only. So, the true shape will be obtained on HP. That means the top view. Got it? So, resting will be on HP with its base only. With its base. One of its rectangular face is parallel to VP. One of its rectangular face. So, one of the rectangular face is parallel to VP. One of its rectangular face is parallel to VP. It is cut by a plane, that means cutting plane or section plane. This perpendicular to VP and inclined 45 degree to HP. So, the section plane or cutting plane, condition 1, that is inclined to HP 45 degree and perpendicular to VP and passing to the right corner of the top face and passing through the right top corner of the top face. Fine. Here the object is a hexagonal prism, right? The top face and bottom face of same size. These are rectangular faces. How it is positioned? See, as far as the 4th unit, that is the development of surface is concerned, the object will be always placed on the HP in this manner. Here, the rectangular face is parallel to VP. If I keep in this manner, these rectangular faces are perpendicular to VP. If I keep in this manner, now these rectangular faces are parallel to VP. Two rectangular faces are parallel to VP. This is how I am going to draw. So, first thing is, let me just draw the two dimensions. There is orthographic present, that is the top view and the front view. So, here it is resting on HP with the triangular faces parallel to VP. You all know how to draw the hexagonal shape, right? Therefore, I am not going as per the procedure. Let me draw the hexagon shape directly. So, this is the shape of hexagon, right? Let me just draw this as dark line, this outline as object line. The top face is visible, therefore, A, B, C, D, E, F are visible. The bottom face as P, Q, R, S, which are P, Q, R, S, T, U are invisible. That is right behind the top face, right? Now I need to project all the corners vertically upwards in order to draw the front view. So for the center, that is in order to draw the axis, connect all these diagonals, both the diagonals. Now I got an intersection point which is nothing but the axis. Now the axis is 50 mm. From the XY line, take 50 mm and cut an arc and close the boundary. So now just close it. Close the boundary. The boundary is always visible. Close it. When you look at from here, A, B, C, D are visible. A dash, B dash, C dash, D dash are visible. E and F are invisible because E is right behind C, F is right behind B. So F is invisible and E is invisible. What about these longer edges? Longer edges are visible, right? So longer edges are visible. Let's move to the bottom base. Look at here, P, Q, R, S are visible. So P dash, Q dash, R dash, S dash are visible. T dash and U dash are invisible because T is right behind R, U is right behind Q. So U dash and T dash are invisible. Clear? Now, a section plane is cut perpendicular to VP and inclined 45 degree to HP and passing through the right corner of the top face of the prism. Right top corner. So this is the right top corner. So keep your protector in this manner. What is the angle? So 45 degree, isn't it? Take 45 degree and just draw a line. So this cutting plane should be represented long line dot 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 long line, and at the end it should be widened. At the end it should be widened. Now, while cutting plane is used to cut the object, the portion which is above cutting plane is removed portion, below is remained portion. When it is removed, it would be mentioned as thin line. It should be mentioned as thin line. It should be mentioned as very thin line. The remained portion should be drawn as dark. Should be drawn as dark. Right. So which is remained portion? Below the cutting plane. Below the cutting plane is, so that can be drawn as dark. So by using the cutting plane, this object is being cut. By cutting so, the newly cutting edges formed. New cutting edges are formed. So look at here, AP, only one longer edge, therefore only 1 point, 1 dash. Right. Look at here, we have two longer edges, BQ and FQ. BQ is visible, so 2 dash. In FQ also one point is generated. That can be captured within the bracket. Right. Let's move to the next longer edge, CR and ET. Two longer edges are there. The visible is CR, so visible would be 3 dash. On ET longer edge, one invisible is there, so that can be leave as a blank, right, within the bracket. Now look at here, DS, only one longer edge, so this could be 4 dash. Now start marking the invisible as 5 dash and 6 dash. Right. While cutting this object, when you just look at from the top, now I need to draw the sectional top view, right? When I just look at from here, the entire lateral surface has been cut. So this needs to be drawn by hatching line or section line. So hatching line should be drawn at 45 degree inclination, a gap of 3 mm. So at 45 degree with 3 mm thickness gap, draw hatching line or section lines. It should be uniform. So at 45 degree, 3 mm gap, draw hatching line. So this is the sectional top view. Now I need to draw the lateral surface, that is the development of lateral surfaces, for which let me just extend this line, that is a XY line, reference line, right? Extend the topmost portion also. What would be the length of the development of lateral surfaces? It could be the perimeter of the hexagonal prism. Perimeter of the hexagonal prism, which is nothing but n into a. N is nothing but the number of sides. Hexagon has 6 sides, isn't it? And into a. A is nothing but the side dimension. 6 into a is 20 mm. That is side dimension, which is 120 mm. So choose one point here, and from here take 120 mm in your compass, cut an arc, and now close the box. Now close the box. Right. This is the total length of the development for the lateral surfaces of the hexagonal prism. So here the hexagonal prism has 6 rectangular faces, right, of 20 mm, right? So take 20 mm in your compass. Keep on just cutting it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now draw a perpendicular line to XY. Right. When you just open this, when you just cut in the extreme point and stretch it out or roll out or unfold it, you could see the development of the lateral surface of the truncated prism, that is a hexagonal prism, isn't it? Now, bottom base as mentioned as PQRS. So let me just start with P, Q, R, S, T, U and ends at P. The starting edge and the ending edge would be of same, P to P. And the top also, it starts with A, B, C, D, E, F and A. Right. So this is the development of a hexagonal prism. Now I need to draw the truncated prism, right? Cutting blade is used to cut the object and new cutting edges are formed. So now I need to transfer all the data from here to the development. Just draw a parallel line to XY. Just draw a parallel line to XY. From all the points. So it should be parallel to the XY. Now look at here. Point 1 is between A and P. Look at here the intersection. A and P, this could be 1. And point number 2 is between B and Q. Look at here the intersection B and Q, this could be point number 2. Point number 3 is between C and R. Look at the intersection C and R, this could be 3. Where is point number 4? It is on D, that is DS. Look at here, DS, this could be 4. Right. Point number 5. Which is on ET. Look at here where in the intersection. This could be 5. And 6, which is on FU. Look at here where the intersection is. Here, this is 6. And 1, which is on AP. Look at the 1, which is here. This is 1. Now connect all the new cutting points by using scale and pencil. Just connect it. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6 and 6 to 1. Right. Now close all the boundaries, the remaining portion. Close the boundary. So this is remaining portion, right. Now darken the longer edges because it has 6, the hexagonal prism has 6 rectangular faces, right. These are longer edges. Just darken it. Clear? Only the object should be visible. Then rest everything should be invisible. That means not invisible, that is a thin line, that is a construction line. So rest everything should be drawn as very thin line. Right. Only this development of lateral surfaces of the hexagonal prism alone should be drawn as dark line. Now let me just do the dimensioning for this. This side is 20 mm, right? 20 mm, base side is 20 mm, 20. What about the axis side? Axis side is 50. Axis side is 50 mm. So mention it over here. Over the dimensioning line, you just mention it 50. Right. Now, the section plane inclination is 45 degree. Since I don't have sufficient space here, what I am going to do is just extend this line and draw a horizontal line which should be parallel to the horizontal should be parallel to the XY and mentioning as 45 degree. Right. Anything else is left out? Yeah. Now, the perimeter length of the development of the lateral surfaces, it should be 120 mm, right? 120, right? All the dimensions have been captured here. Next, with a note, all the dimensions are in mm. All dimensions are in mm. All dimensions are in mm. Mm should be smaller letter. Next, if you want, you can just mention the scale as true scale 1:1 because whatever dimension given here, same thing used to draw all the diagrams, right? Therefore, you can mention that as a scale 1:1. Hope you have understood how to draw the development of lateral surfaces for hexagonal prism. Thank you.